Good afternoon, everybody. It's Gary here, Fathers for Justice South Africa, the official Fathers for Justice, with the number 4 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Fathers for Justice South Africa. This is for the parents that are going through a divorce, and also for those that are trying to get some form of documentation together insofar as rights and responsibilities towards your children. In the divorce decrees that are coming out, it says that the parents will enjoy reasonable rights and responsibilities towards their children. And something along the lines of, in some form of documentation, if the parents weren't married, reasonable rights and responsibilities towards their children. If ever there was 3 disingenuous words in a document, it is those words: reasonable rights and responsibilities. The first word that is fundamentally and completely unacceptable is the word reasonable. Because I would reasonably like for you to pay me R1 million a second, okay, in maintenance. 1 hour of contact per year is reasonable in my mind. Challenge me on it. I'm not interested in seeing the word reasonable in any contract going forward. Okay. If your divorce decree and your parenting plan, which should be submitted, I would strongly suggest to you guys to demand that the parenting plan be done prior to and either put in the main body of the divorce decree or attached as an addendum. And you need to say something along the lines of, you have specific detailed rights and responsibilities as per section whatever, or addendum A or Z, or whatever the case may be. Please go back and have a look at the parenting plan video that I did this morning in that regard. Parenting plans must be specific, they must be detailed, they must be quantifiable, measurable, and defined. If there is a process that needs to be put in place, i.e. in case of emergency, the following will automatically kick in. Not maybe, not if you like it. The words will automatically kick in, or something along those lines, in case of emergency. What will happen in the event of little Johnny or little Lorato needing remedial school support? So you've been called in by the principal or the school psychologist, or whatever the case may be. What is the process? If that process is not defined, it didn't happen and it didn't take place. Okay. I never ever, amen, want to see the word reasonable in another divorce decree or another parenting plan ever, ever, ever again. It must be quantified, it must be defined, it must be specific, it must be with reference to child A, child B, and child C, and so on. Okay. In the event of you people not being able, or the 2 parents not being able to agree on it, it must automatically default to mediation. And I've detailed mediation in detail around the process of mediation If you're unable to agree on the mediated settlement, it must automatically default to arbitration. You guys also need to look at parenting coordinators. So if in a high conflict divorce or separation, if you guys really can't communicate, you need to have a court-appointed a parenting coordinator that must be appointed by the court and can only be dismissed by the court. That parent that wants to go and have that parenting coordinator removed must be able to present quantifiable, measurable, defined, provable in a court of law evidence to give to say these are the reasons. Where that parent is frustrating the process, that parent must be automatically liable for all costs associated with defying the court order, defying going to the court, not participating with the parenting coordinator. If it is not defined specifically, it didn't happen, it didn't take place, and you have no recourse. What are the repercussions for one or both of the parents for failing to abide by the parenting plan? A good parenting plan will be signed off by both parents and put at the bottom of the drawer and never looked at again, because guess what? Mommy and daddy are concerned about their children. They are behaving like adults. They are behaving and conducting themselves like good parents. If you're constantly having to run back to court like petulant, immature little toads and saying, oh, look what he did, oh, look what she did, you shouldn't be parents in the first place. It's that simple. Okay. So, properly, you don't want the word reasonable. From here on out, I don't want to see the word reasonable. Okay. It's that simple. You guys have a moral responsibility for changing the Children's Act. This nonsense is going to continue until such time as that the Children's Act is absolutely defined. What is going on, as I've said repeatedly now, the Chinese definition of insanity. You are repeating the same process over and over and over again, unbeknownst to you, I might add, and expecting a different outcome. Until the Children's Act is absolutely defined, this nonsense is going to continue. You have a moral, social responsibility to the community, but more specifically, you have a moral and social responsibility towards your children to get the Children's Act changed. Please join the class action suit. Sign up for membership so that we can continue with this work on a day-to-day basis. Please like, share, and subscribe the videos to and spread them far and wide. People, send them to your friend base, your connections on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all of that. Like, share, and subscribe this video. Go on to the official Fathers for Justice, once again, with the number 4 in it. So the digit between 3 and 5, number 4. Any other organization representing themselves as Fathers for Justice is fake. Please don't go there. And like, share, and subscribe the Google and LinkedIn pages. The links will be below. Have a fantastic Sunday afternoon. Love to you all.